like. I'm not in this for the money. I'm not in this for the internet fame. We're not going to bend on our standards.
Everyone loves a contrarian, and you are a contrarian, and that's a good thing.
I don't know if I'm a contrarian. I mean, that contrarian means someone that's just going to go against the grain no matter what. And I don't necessarily know if I do that. You'll probably eventually see me on YouTube with my
contrarian.
My interesting opinions.
Interesting contrarian.
And I'm held back a little bit too. One of these days, we're gonna let me go.
Someone retweeted a comment that someone made and it said, "No one hates Star Wars more than Star Wars fans." And that is absolutely 100% correct. I have never seen such a immature, whiny, little bitchy fan base in my life. It's ridiculous how pathetic these people are. Now look, I don't love everything Star Wars, but do I constantly whine and bitch and complain about it? No! But if I don't like it, I complain about it for like a few days and then I just move on with my fucking life. I don't understand this need to continue to bitch and whine and moan. Please, just move on with your life. We just don't care and we don't take you seriously. You're just a bunch of like annoying little children that if you don't get your way, you just crawl into the floor and you whine and you cry and you piss and you moan. Like anybody, what I get suspicious about is if you get on social media and start claiming moral superiority and you start acting outraged at the smallest joke or the smallest comment or anything like that, if you start getting like offended and outraged by shit like that, then, you know, red flags go up for me that you got some shit to hide. Like, I don't get offended by shit. I don't know how people are so, like, easily offended these days. And really, they're not. They're acting offended because it gets you traction on social media, and it gets you retweets, and it gets you likes, and it gets you attention, and it makes you seem like you're just this really upstanding person. Like, fuck off with that. People need to stop acting outraged and stop being shocked by Hollywood being full of douchebags. They've always been like that. This is not breaking news. I get it. There are certain people that are going to just throw blanket claims out there to try to get attention.
Upon the release of The Last Jedi, Jeremy Griggs released a glowing review. It has since been taken down. This is the only surviving clip.
I love The Last Jedi, and I think it did a damn good job for being what it needed to be for Star Wars.
It's not that hard to figure out. I like The Last Jedi. I think I've made like 3 fucking reviews on it, and I'm still trying to figure out where I stand on this movie. But I'm a mess when it comes to this movie because I just can't figure out how I ultimately feel. But as I'm sitting here right now, I like The Last Jedi.
As the backlash over The Last Jedi grew, channels like Nerdrotic and Doomcock saw an opportunity to capitalize, fanning the flames of geek rage. And after years of putting in hard work into a channel that rarely fostered more than a couple hundred views, Jeremy couldn't resist.
Not to sound like a dick, but I just don't care. I mean, there's 400 people watching this stream. If one of them knows my name now that didn't know it before, it's a success for me. At the end of the day, I have tried to build Geeks and Gamers by doing it the structured way, the methodical way, the think it out, prep it, take notes, think about everything you're going to say, and it fucking failed miserably on me. The day that I started doing what I'm doing right now, which is what you're, having a problem with, is the day that I started becoming successful.
Because that's fine. I mean, it's what the internet does. I've done it. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing per se. I mean, we've all taken things out of context.
Okay, fine. You want to make a video about that and say, I think that's a shitty thing to say, but why did it turn into like a year almost of nonstop videos and
because he was using the algorithm? Like he knows the algorithm was geared towards making those kind of videos, so he did it.
So you do admit that Geeks and Gamers uses the algorithms and how it favors sensationalism and outrage. So you're making outrage content, right?
What is YouTube about? Getting views. A lot of people want to get views. Like if your algorithm is pushing one thing, you're gonna make more videos on that thing.
Brie Larson.
I don't understand this need to continue to bitch and whine and moan.
Brie Larson
Brie Larson, Brie Larson,
Brie Larson, Brie Larson, Brie Larson, Brie Larson. With Brie Larson, Brie Larson. Brie Larson.
Brie Larson, 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 Brie Larson,
Brie Larson, Brie Larson, Brie Larson, Brie Larson. With Brie Larson, Brie Larson.
But if I don't like it, I complain about it for like a few days, and then I just move on with my fucking life.
Bowser is coming. Together, we are going to stop.
What I get suspicious about is if you get on social media and you start acting outraged at the smallest joke, if you start getting like offended and outraged by shit like that, you know, red flags go up for me that you got some shit to hide. Like, I don't get offended by shit.
Hey, I was liking it a lot, and then major red flag, which was right here. It's like Bo Peep, Ray Skywalker. You got Peach just taking charge. Stands up.
Like, I don't get offended
right
by
there.
shit.
Like, right at that moment right there, when I saw that, I was thinking Bo Peep from Toy Story 4, Ray Skywalker, and she seems to dominate the rest of the trailer.
Get it out!
And as you see right here, Peach is the one that has to save him. Literally, Peach has done nothing but be stoic and smart and powerful and commanding, and Mario is bumbling, stumbling idiot.
Like, I don't get offended by shit.
Right, she just has this confidence. You know, she's just standing there with all this confidence. Just look at her. Look how powerful she looks.
Like, I don't get offended by shit.
She's the one in the middle standing. Look how she's the one.
I don't know how people are so, like, easily offended these days. And really, they're not. They're acting offended because it gets you traction on social media.
Follow trends, although you literally say, I
just
created trending before I make a video. Something I don't do.
I just created a One Piece discussion right now. I just created one for the past 5 minutes.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
I would have liked.
Did we just talk about One Piece for 5 minutes? Yes or no?
We didn't.
Yes,
One Piece was used, but we didn't talk about it.
No.
Welcome to every video we make. We use one little thing and then we build the narrative out of it. Don't act like that's not what we do.
I don't build a narrative. I
You
give
are an
my
absolute
opinion.
fucking.
You are hard.
What we do. You've made the same fucking video on the same topic at least 7 times a week, Ryan. And you're gonna act like we don't do that.
I talk about. Yeah, I talk about.
Says one fucking thing and we make a whole video out of it. That's what we do. We don't do that.
Brie Larson, Brie is Brie is Brie Larson,
You've made the same fucking video on the same topic at least 7 times a week.
I get it. There are certain people that are going to just throw blanket claims out there to try to get attention.
We don't do that.
Brie Larson is Brie Larson as Brie Larson. Brie Larson after Brie Larson's Brie Larson. Brie Larson.
You've made the same fucking video on the same topic at least 7 times a week, Ryan.
Brie Larson.
I have never seen such a immature, whiny, little bitchy fan base in my life.
Brie Larson.
Don't do that.
MCU.
We just don't care and we don't take you seriously. You're just a bunch of like annoying little children that if you don't get your way, you just crawl into the floor and you whine and you cry and you piss and you moan.
You've made the same fucking video on the same topic at least 7 times a week.
We do the MCU, and the MCU. Next MCU film thing is the MCU.
Shut the fuck up.
The MCU,
That's really what you need to do.
MCU,
Just shut up. Move on with your life.
The MCU. We're in the MCU. The MCU have the MCU. What MCU? Well,
Brie Larson says one fucking thing and we make a whole video out of it. That's what we do.
They're acting offended because it gets you traction on social media and it gets you retweets and it gets you likes and it gets you attention and it makes you seem like you're just this really upstanding person. Like, fuck off of that.
Welcome to every video we make. We use one little thing.
How long will you play Captain Marvel for?
I don't know. Does anyone want me to do it again?
Don't be so modest.
We use one little thing.
I do not need a 40-year-old white dude to tell me what didn't work for him about A Wrinkle in Time.
It wasn't made for him.
And then we build the narrative out of it.
The hubris of this woman and the protection and reverence she gets from the Access shill media.
So this is why we keep making videos about this woman, because she is a horrible person. She is not a good person. She should not be in the position she's in. She is racist. She is sexist. She is just a bad person all the way around.
She's told every single line imaginable. She's gone along with all their stupid activism and all their wokeness. And where's it got her? It's got her so unlikable.
She's showing an utter disgust for the fans. Now, of course, the fans rejected her, so maybe she should be upset a little bit, but the reason they rejected her is because she acted like such a bitch through the entire lead up to Captain Marvel, and of course, afterwards as well.
Don't act like that's not what we do.
I don't build a narrative.